Hello, everyone. This is Anthony Young for Anthony Young's Religious Investigations. I wanted to do a quick video on the Mormon faith because I'm doing all the different religions and I wanted to kind of give my opinions and views on all the faiths. Now, Mormons do believe in Jesus Christ, but this religion just seems to be completely concocted and just made up and spun into something. By John, was it John Smith? I mean, could you pick a more European faith? This seems to be a faith of just complete, it's just made for Caucasians. They didn't really have a place in the story of the Hebrew Bible because of the time and the period and the area which it happened in the world. But this religion just seems to be made up for Anglo-Saxons. There's a lot of points there. I mean, none of the stuff that has ever been dictated in that book of the Book of Mormon has been identified and verified by anyone, down to the animals that said that was supposed to be in America. Their views on African Americans being cursed by descendants of Cain who are cursed. It just has that old racist tone that, you know, a lot of the Anglo-Saxons of the past had. You know, they just seen themselves better than anyone else. And I think that one day a gentleman by the name of Joseph Smith or John Smith or whatever the hell his name is decided, okay, all these religions and things of that nature, we need something for ourselves. You know, something for the white man, because that was their main focus, was themselves. So they concocted the Mormon faith. It just seems to be a whole lot. I mean, it just seems like pure crap. Pure crap. If you ever notice any of the traveling Mormons, they're all Caucasian men. And they have these really bizarre views on things that just make no sense. Like, point one, there's no archaeological evidence that was ever found verifying anything written by this man. This faith itself, it just seems to be very suspect. The gold plates that he found in the woods, brought back, and had to go back out and get again, which had completely different text on it. If you had gold plates that were given to you by a holy and sacred being, that you were supposed to in turn indoctrinate the world with this, and someone takes them and hides them and says, okay, we need you to go get them again. When he went back to this holy deity of this being, wouldn't the being have already known that someone was hiding the place and tell them where to go get it? But no, he brings back another set of plates that are different from the previous ones. Kind of like making it up on the fly as you go. And his faith is centered around Caucasians. You know, they want to be isolated. They want to be away from everybody else because they feel that they are indeed better than all the other races in the world, which they are more than entitled to believe that. But the only being that I know that creates hierarchies like that, where one is better than the other, are Illuminati faith, those Satanists who believe that, you know, the devil has deemed that this race is more than the others, or this, that, and the other. So it's already, okay, if you're speaking on behalf of God, God created all of us. Do you think he's going to put one more than the other when we all have that original sin? How can one be worse than the other when we're all on the same level? You know what I mean? We're all beneath the Creator. So for one person to have more rank than another because of the skin tone, it just shows the racist mind of a Caucasian back in that time. It is what it is. Because most people know now that, you know, that it doesn't matter what color you come in, it doesn't matter what form you come in. People are people. There are good and there are bad. And that's just the way it is. And anybody who doesn't believe that has a right to, but I believe in what I believe, and I damn sure have a right to. You know what I mean? So, I am a Christian through and through, and I will state that to the end of time that I am. But to the end of my time here on earth, I am. So, the fact that they believe in Jesus Christ is not the only thing that I look for when I'm following a religion, like I spoke about in the other, you know, shows that I've done before. But this one does believe in Jesus Christ, but it's just a whole bunch of crap. It's not true. That a lot of the Book of Mormon was plagiarized from the Bible. So, I mean, it's kind of like a rewriting. It's like you take a really good story, like the prophets took the inspiration of God and had these books written that were from God, and then you have man trying to one-up God and make it better, which God doesn't need us to do because he's perfect. We are not. We're flawed. So by taking passages from the Bible and reworking them, they're trying to put their own spin on what God has said. That's a big no-no. Woe to any man who changes the words in this book. It's in the Bible. Everybody look it up. Yes, and that blacks were cursed by Cain, which just basically says that whites are better than everyone else. So with that thought being out there, you immediately know where it's coming from. At least I do. So there's no way to rationalize and talk to anyone who believes that, because they have this sense of putting down everyone else and making themselves higher. And that's a man thing. That's nothing that has to do with the Spirit or God. John Smith, he ran for president and lost. I don't understand. If you're a spiritual leader and you're doing the work of God, why would you want to Why would you want to stand up and act on behalf of men? Because you know what's done for man is not the same that's done for God. So it seemed like, and this man John Smith, he was a treasure seeker. He was out looking for treasure. Well, if he couldn't find any treasure, why not create a treasure by creating a faith? Never mind that it's going to damn your soul for all eternity and any fool who follows you. You know, because the devil is in the details. You look in the details of the faith and you will find whether it's of true faith and origin, or you will find the work of the devil. Either one. He's always there. You just gotta be willing to see it when it comes before you in a text or when you're studying. He created a religion that his white brothers could follow. You know, the polygamy that they threatened the girls to marry Jesus Christ. It has cult undertones in it. And anytime you have a group that segregates themselves away from the rest of the world, it's because indoctrination is going on. They're trying to get your mind in a position where you are completely subservient to the hierarchy of this particular organization. And the Mormons have accomplished that very well by their cult-like persuasion, you know? It's very, very... It's like like if you give another 100 years to Scientology, it will have that cult following as well. But they're using Hollywood to promote Scientology and that whole load of crap. But there's just it begs to reason that this is completely made up, because it just doesn't jive. You know what I mean? You know truth when you hear it, and you know a lie when you hear it. And I'm pretty sure that there's an abundant number of people out there, except for the ones that are in the faith itself, that see this as just being smoke and mirrors and something for the white man to have a part in religious history, because they will seem to, if they're the most important race as they see it, they're the most important race, then why were they left out of all the historical religious things of the past? So what better way to fix that than to create a religion and have it Caucasians and Anglo-Saxons be the headliner of this faith? I think that a lot of people's pursuit of these things are truthful, but you got to watch who you're following, because down here on earth there's nothing but temptation and trying to fool people. You know, there's great deception going on in all different areas. Anything that is going to really matter to you about the state of your soul, you have to be very, very leery that someone is trying to fool you and pull the wool over your eyes. So it's up to you to check this out and make sure that it holds up to the test that is truth. And if you pray about it, I'm pretty sure, or God will let you know, so that you can be better informed and know whether it's truth or not. But every person's going to have to discuss that with their creator. But Mormons was not a big topic for me to talk about, because it's just so absolutely absurd that if any of this information that I have just presented strikes you as odd, just go look it up, and I guarantee you'll find plenty other evidence and plenty other facts that will make you say, okay, this doesn't make any sense. And these faiths that are driven by men always seem to have bigamy or polygamy or something where men get to have women at their feet. And that is not a thing of God. You know what I mean? That is not a thing of God. Even Jesus came down and washed the feet of others. So this whole thing to need to have people serve you is selfish. It's basically the devil. The devil wants us to serve him. Jesus came and served us. So to serve someone else is godly. But to serve yourself is the work of the devil. And it shows those signs in there. So with that being said, that's how I feel. This was going to be a short one. Like I said, this is Anthony Young's Religious Investigations. I want to thank you for watching. To let you know that there'll be more videos coming. There's a TV show called Turning 30. Come in. There's more TV shows coming. I have a TV show called Turning 30. I have music videos, and I'm actually working on a feature that's going to be coming out, but it's going to be strictly for sale only. It'll be on the website, which is www.venue79.wix.com/7venue. I have all of that in the title screen ahead. But I wanted to thank you for stopping by. If you have any questions or comments, you can email me at anthonyLyoung@hotmail.com. I encourage you to stay tuned, and there'll be a lot more things coming up very, very soon. So thank you, and goodbye.